In this tutorial, I will show you the easiest way to track dates and times in your project, and the way to display it however you wish. First off, let's create a text that will show our date and time in game. Make sure there's a lot of space for text to go in. After finishing with our text, we need to create a script to store our date and change our text. I will name it TimeScript. In our script, we need to reference our text. I will reference the text mesh I created. Now for our main date, we need to create a system timespan. Timespans allows us to store daily time in an accurate way. Then I'll create a time rate float since we might want to change the rate of time in game. Then, we want to calculate milliseconds passed every frame in our update function. Since time delta time gives us seconds passed every frame, we need to multiply it by 1000. Then we need to create a DateTime variable. DateTime is a class that stores dates as well as daily time. Finally, we need to change our text with our DateTime variable. And now when we play our game, we can see that our date is accurately displayed and it is increasing every second. But there is a couple problems. First off, we don't see the AM/PM tag and we don't have a way to change our date yet. Also, we don't have a way to format our text. We need to create a public string called myFormat and then write @myFormat in our toString method. This will allow us to change our text in some different ways. Also, I added an addTime method to see our results better. Later on, I created a button to run our addTime method. We also need to write this line, which I'll explain later. And now, if you play our scene, we can see that our time is shown properly. We also can see the AM tag on the right, but it isn't in English. To change it to English, we need to give a new culture info to our toString method. And once we play our scene, we can see that our text has changed to English. What's more, by changing our format string, we can actually change which parts of our date time we want to show. We can actually place spaces and other characters between the numbers, even in runtime. The letters in our string stand for hours, minutes, and seconds respectively, while the T stands for the clock type we are using. We can also show days, months, and years by changing our format. In our string, the Y letter stands for years, the large M stands for months, and D stands for days. By changing their places on our format string, we can actually display our date however we want. But our date is currently on the first year. If we go back to our script, we can change that. We can declare a specific date and use that instead. And now, if we play our scene, we can see that our date has changed. We can also set our time rate to a different value to control the time passed. Once we do that, we can see that our time passes much faster. There's also a format to show days and months in your date by their names. You can also show milliseconds and other fractions of seconds if you wish. That's it for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you and I wish you good luck on your projects.